Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the most famous YouTuber in the world that no one has ever heard of. Okay, welcome back everybody. If you're new here, we are working on a 1925 Model T, and we are at the point where we're about to put the transmission back together again. Got my parts laid out. I got a new tool. We'll get into that in a future video. Also want to say, if you are subscribed to the channel, double check, because YouTube has been deleting my subscribers and views, which I'm not really happy about. I got the triple gears straightened out. I was able to get them to turn. If I got those little notches, horseshoe things wrong, it would not have turned. So that's good. Now we have our old friends that we had to chisel off. I don't know if you remember that. Go back and watch the other video when I first got this out. I think it was episode 8 or 10, somewhere in there, where that's the one that went flying across the room. We've got our new washers. We're going to throw them in. I've got one in already, and then we've got this keyway that needs to go after that. Putting these in is really not difficult. A little bit of oil. A little bit of oil. A little bit of oil. And after that, we'll put the key in. I don't know if that's going to... Yep, we're going to have to tap that in a little bit. Now, if you want details on all this, I did do a video in the past where I explained everything the best I could. I'll try to put a link in the description. I'm going to get this somewhat straight because I have the gear for the clutch on the stove. I'm hoping it makes it easier to go on, because typically you have to pound these things on or press them on, and I'm hoping if I swell it up just a little bit, it'll be enough to drop on. After we get the gear on, we've got this little keeper which goes on the other. There's a hole in the back side, so we'll put that in afterwards. Yeah, it's warm. Oh, that works so well. I've never tried that before. Except now I got to get this to go in, and it's hot. I'm hoping I have enough room, time-wise I mean, to take this off again if I need to. It feels like it's going in alright. If that hole wasn't lined up, I might be in trouble, but I think we're alright. I've never had one go on this easy before. Okay, so this is the bolt we've been wrenching on there. I'm going to tap that cotter pin in. Sure it can't come out. Okay, next up is going to be the clutch, but before I do that, I want to talk about something. Somebody was giving me grief, and I don't remember where it was, when I clamped that in a vise to get the nuts off. While I was looking for the clutch instructions, which I did find, clutch instructions, I came across this. That is the instructions that came with the connecting rods, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. What's he doing in that picture? Huh. See? Incorrect, don't do that. Correct. Exactly how I did it. So, to whoever it was, that's why I do it. They told me to. And we've got 16 in later. I don't know if you're going to be able to read this or not. Oh, install 2 large discs in the brake drum. Okay. And my camera battery's about to die. So, here are some brand new waffle type Turbo 400 discs. Here is the original clutch pack that I took out. So we're going to take 2, There's the old one. Now if you take a look at the old one versus the new one, I'm actually going to save these and probably reuse them because I don't see a reason to throw them out. They look good. Apparently this guy has learned how to drive a Model T very, very well, because I'm not seeing a whole lot of wear in here. I mean, I'm seeing horrific damage like that, but that's not his fault. Okay, so we're going to do two of these. One. They want to walk away. Oil. Little disc. Little oil. Little disc. Little oil. Little disc. It'll go on. We've had, I bet you we've had 2 feet of rain in the last 2 months, and I am struggling with allergies at the moment. So I apologize up front if I miss any of the sniffs in editing like that one, because I can't help it. I've taken allergy medicine. So I've taken the edge off, but it's not resolving the issue. My basement is full of water, everything's moldy, and guess what I'm allergic to? Uh-oh. That one was supposed to happen. No, this one doesn't need oil because it's not going to move, but we'll put it on there anyway. This one does. This one does because this ring goes on here. Okay. Tech tip before my camera dies. Down in that hole, if you're not going to replace these bushings, don't forget to put the oil stopper, which is loose in this one, so I need to address that. There's a little freeze plug, I don't know if you can see it in there, probably not. But there's a freeze plug in there that stops the oil from coming out the end into your drive shaft. Let me resolve that and go change batteries in the camera, and then we'll get back onto it. Okay, just like the last one, take these cotter pins out. Easier to send them across the room. Take these out because we want to make sure our pins go where they're supposed to. And it is way easier if you can just look down there and see them. Let's get it done. This is lubricated, cotter pinned, keyed. We should have our pins in the proper places. And watch your fingers, folks. Now we got 6 bolts. This part is not rocket science. But we're coming up on a trick, so don't click off yet. I already showed you the trick in a previous show, episode, whatever you want to call it. But we'll do it again. Let's just run down real quick. Now you got 2 choices here. You can wire them in 2s, which I think is what I'm going to do. It's easier on me. Or you can go around the whole thing. What I'm talking about, the holes being in a weird spot. Okay, so we want this to pull this way. This to pull that way. so they can't come undone. Generally prefer to have the twisty on the inside, but you can tip it. Just want to make sure it stays out of the bands. One more. I don't want them to stick out because they'll hit the bands and tear them up. Now we're going to put these three back in. Okay, you ready for the trick? Keep it on the string so I won't lose it. I'm just going to keep going around half a turn at a time until we get to the point where we can stick this nut in. Right there. Not there yet. Okay. Tad tight over here. Take this side down one. I like it. I like it. That's what it's going to be. There's one. Two. And three. Right, time to put bands on. Now the guy that was talking smack about the timing gear in the forum, there was two of them. I don't know if you followed that or not. It was on Facebook, I believe. And those timing gears are no good. Look what it did to my engine. Okay, well, I asked a few more questions. And it turns out that his generator seized up. I think that's what he said. So, the generator seized up, but it was the timing gear's fault. I'm knocking you around here. I'm having a little trouble figuring that out. This is just to hold it until we get the cover on. Excuse me. Ignore that wire. That's for hanging it on the wall. See, this is why I don't like doing wires. They slip out. And they stab your hand. I've been stabbed. Now when we pull these out later on, won't be this video, it'll be the next one maybe. We're going to remember to get 100% of the wire out so it's not flying around in the engine someplace. But this does make it easier to get the thing back together again, if they stay on. Sometimes they don't. This is so much fun. Don't you want to do this yourself? You sure? Let's see if they stay on. Alright. Next piece of the puzzle will be the fourth main, which will come after the pan goes on. Right there. And it's tight. It's tight. What do they say? Tight? Tight like tiger? What show is that from? Yep, we are good. Look at that. Snug. Next up, engine covers.